myself.
Wait, hold on a second. Come up here. Stand on the white piece of paper.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Marker.
We're professional, man.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Well, my name is Nick Roberts. I'm the Interim Director for Recreation and Leisure Services, and I wanted to introduce myself because I have not gotten a chance to introduce myself or meet all of you. I know a few of you attended the ribbon cutting we had for this brand new facility that you're in, or this renovated facility that you're in, in earlier of March. We have a few programs. I know that our Assistant Director, Pete Meyerhofer, has been working with Miss Virginia on some collaboration and programs that you all would like to see at this community center, so he'll talk about that. But again, I just want to introduce myself, welcome you all to the center. I know we also finished the movie night last week at Thomas Square Park, so that sort of kicks off our Movies in the Park series. We're looking forward to doing that and continuing that as we move forward. But Peter, if you can just come talk to the group about our programming services.
Excuse me, what was your name again?
Nick Roberts.
Nick Roberts.
Yes.
Hi y'all, I'm Peter Meyerhofer. I'm the Assistant Director with the Recreation and Leisure Services Department. And we're excited. This is finally here, and we got Delaware Center up and running, but we're gonna need your help a little bit. I have a staff over here now pretty much every day from 8 to 5, sometimes even more of my part-timers are in the evening till 8 o'clock at night. And here's what we're wanting to do. And I've set this out as an example as you go by, and I was talking to Virginia and Chris about this the other day, but we have an event calendar that we have with events on them of stuff we'd like to do at this center. But here's where I need your feedback, and I need you to contact Virginia and Chris on some things that you guys would like to see. Virginia has already beaten me down about pickleball, so that is definitely happening here in the next few months. We're also talking about doing a yoga class, a Tai Chi class. I want to hear about some activities for kids that you think they would like to do as well out here, and any kind of feedback that you can give us, because this will work better, opening up this center and getting going, if we have a collaborative effort from you as well. We definitely have the staff that can put these programs in, and we can start running our programs, but I want y'all's input as well. So, if you can get with Chris, or you can get with Virginia, then we can do some of that, okay? So you'll see this on the way out. You can kind of take one and look at it and see if there's anything you'd like to see or do. And then also, I heard you guys might be interested in permitting or coming out here and renting the facility out. Example of that is right in here too. You can take it, look at it as well. And if we talk to our staff, or you guys talk to our staff, you can get a permit with this building if you want to rent it out for a birthday party or something like that. We definitely can accommodate you with that as well. Okay? So this is a new beginning for us. We're excited. I was just telling Virginia, I'm not only here as a representative of the Parks and Rec, but I also am a member here of the Neighborhood Association. So I'm excited about what we can see us do here in the next few months. So thank you for letting me speak tonight to you. Does anybody have any questions, any general questions right now?
Summer camp.
Summer camp. We definitely have summer camp here at the Recreation Department as well. This is one of our flyers for that as well, and we definitely want to get that off the ground here, okay? We have a few sign-ups right now. We have camp every day, Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, and we have a whole plan of events for kids to do between the ages of 6 years of age and 12, and it's $40 a week if you're a city resident, $65 a week if you're a non-resident, and we swim, we take them swimming, we do field trips, we've got activities for them. So if this is something you might be interested in, you got little kids who might be interested in it, hook up with us and let's go ahead and do that. What's your question?
Can you tell us about the swimming pool? What is the future of the swimming pool?
Sure. So last year, our capital team did an assessment of the pool. The facility had been closed for renovations, and as part of that, they did an assessment of the pool itself. They found that the drain lines underneath the pool have collapsed and are no longer operable. It can't be repaired. We have to excavate the whole entire thing. Even if we were to replace it, it would be extensive, right? So I think the cost estimate is approximately $500,000 to do that work, to replace it. We're not funded at that time to replace it with a pool, but instead what we are and what we can do is replace it with a splash pad, right? And the splash pad, if you're not familiar with, is it's about a 20 by 20 splash pad with interactive features that spray or jet or dump water on the kids. The advantage of having that splash pad, and we're installing 11 of these throughout the entire city. So we thought that Delaware would be a great fit for it because the space is pretty small back where the pool is, and the pad actually fits back there pretty well. Again, the splash pad is something that we're rolling out at different locations. It's a good fit here. I think our chief also has some photos of it. The benefit of the—
Chief Vanna?
Yep. The big benefit of having a splash pad as opposed to a pool is the operation times. So where the pool was open in the past 8 weeks because of lifeguards and filling those positions are a constant issue. So in the past, it's only been open 8 weeks. With a new splash pad, it'll be open at least 4 months of the year. We're hoping to go from around April or May when the weather turns to as late as October and November. So you'll have a longer season to be able to utilize the amenity as opposed to something in a small window for a limited period of time. I did go back because I had a feeling this was gonna come up. I've also heard from a few folks in the community. We did go back and look at some of the numbers in 2019, which is the last fully operational year prior to the pandemic. I think we had 88 total open swim participants during that 8-week time. The 2018 year, we had 186 open swim participants during that same amount of time period. So the predominant use of the pool was primarily the campers and the programs and the participants within the community center. We've made accommodations to be able to move those participants, transport them to our other pools. I think the closest one will be Daffin. So they'll have an opportunity to continue those swimming programs at a larger facility. And then again, we'll have an amenity here that we can have an extended season for the community to use. So that's where we stand on the pool itself.
Okay. Any other questions about that or other Delaware Center issues?
The splash pads, do you happen to have a list of the other 10 locations that they will be placed?
Let me see if I can run them off the top of my head, but I can definitely get that information to the board, and we can disseminate that out. But there are Hudson Hill, Crusader, Hull Park, Avondale, Live Oak, Forest Hill, Tatumville, Crossroads Villa, Delaware, which we're hoping to install, and then one location to be determined on the south side, which we have not pinned down quite yet. I think I've gotten all of them, but if not, what I'll do is I'll follow up. I'll send an email just confirming those locations for you. Yes, ma'am?
So quick to confirm, the campers will be transported to, you guys are going to provide transportation?
Yes, they'll be part of our regular curriculum.
Correct.
Eventually down the road, we want to make sure and turn that not only open swim period, we want to actually turn it into learn to swim classes. So every child going through our program will learn how to swim. We're just short on lifeguards, and that's what we're trying to build up. So that is something we're working on.
Are we expecting to do anything additional in the game room that would attract children?
I'll turn that over to the chief. I think.
And the computer lab. Well, I asked about the computer lab. There are like 10 desks, 10 areas, but we only have 5 computers. Are we expecting to get?
Yes, you should end up with a computer in every location. That's something that they're working through with our IT department now. And activities should be offered throughout the year to attract young people into the gaming space here. They'll have, well, the biggest attraction for them, once we're able to get the system in place, is gonna be PlayStation 5 and Xbox 360.
For the older kids, but
Right.
I wanna make sure that we're doing something for the 7, 8, 9-year-olds who will frequent as well. And the older kids will take that over, and so the younger kids will be the
Well, some of the things that we're working on, we have a large initiative called Recreation Reimagined, and that's not only reimagining the improvements that you see in this facility, our outdoor recreation facilities, but also our programming. So the team of staff that work in all of the centers work under Mr. Meyerhofer, and they have been hard at work since, I would say, really the fall of last year, trying to expand the number of partnerships that they have that are offering programming, so that they don't feel like only the staff here are the ones that need to provide programming. They're reaching out and making connections so that we're bringing in other partners. Another major partner of the department is our Cultural Resources Department. We have a cultural arts center downtown where we have skilled instructors that teach from the youngest to the oldest members of our community. One of our goals is to push that out from that center because we know it's downtown, that's hard to park, no children can get down there, and begin to offer that type of programming within the centers. So you're gonna see a lot more pop-up activities that are not only in this building for all age groups, but also happening within the neighborhood. I think the biggest pitch that we can make today is what Peter said, which is we need partners that can work with us. So you can tell us the types of things that you're interested in and where you wanna see them happen, not only in the facility, but out in the community, so that we're attracting more folks. But yes, ma'am, they are tasked with programming from the youngest to the oldest folks that wanna walk through this door and participate. A big goal for us with young people is the fact that we know that they're hooked on devices, and we know that they are losing socialization skills because everything is being communicated there. So their normal human interaction is actually lacking. And we're finding that even in some of our youth groups with kids that are at middle school and high school that are coming forward, that they tend to have their heads down, aren't, so we're doing everything from social classes to etiquette to teach them, to how to iron a shirt and how to do your hair and all kinds of things, because there's a lot of stuff that you'd be surprised young people are not picking up at home. Their families are busy or they are just wrapped into those devices. That is a priority for us. And what I would ask is that if Peter maybe on his next visit can come back and talk to you about those different age groups and what all we have planned. We got a whole team working on it.
And I will also say, Peter started off by saying, we need your input, we need your feedback. We want to tailor the programming that we do at the center to the residents that live here, right? So we'll provide those sports programs and basketball season, and this center's been closed for a number of years, so it really is the opportunity to build back that base of users and residents, right? The community's changed in the last 3 years, so those are the types of things we want to hear from the community. Please feel free to contact us. Peter, if you can give them our main phone number where we both can be reached.
I don't have mine right now, I can't remember it, but I may need to say, I got it.
In our meeting, we had discussed that the neighborhood being a partner with the Delaware Center, that ideas and feelings of what you would like to see come through the neighborhood association to Peter and the staff, so that we can have a consensus of what's going on and make good use of the staff's time and planning. But I have a little bit to say, so whenever you're finished.
I'm finished.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let me give that number right quick. It's 912-351-3841. You can contact me, Peter Meyerhofer, hope y'all can remember that last name, or Nick Roberts, our director.
Okay. Well, like everybody before me has reiterated, that we as an association are aiming to form a partnership with the Delaware Center to bring in a wide spectrum of activities. There are a couple of things on the proposed, this is what we'd like to do, but we're not up and running schedule, that may be of interest. Yes, we're gonna have pickleball, and we're gonna have beginners as well as advanced. And I was informed when I got here this afternoon that they put together a rule book. So that's gonna be on Wednesdays. We're gonna see how that works out. There's gonna be a buddy walking program. There's going to be, of course, there's gonna be a ceramic class if you're interested. But we wanna do yoga and we wanna do Tai Chi. But the big thing is, we've got to help them come up with instructors. So if you know someone who is an instructor in one of these exercises, or either an exercise instructor, or yoga, or a Tai Chi, or such as that, please let either Chris or I know, so we can partner them with the Delaware staff and get that going on. We've got a dance line has been suggested, adult volleyball has been suggested. This is already I'm led to believe this is an is a definite going to happen on the 24th of May. There's a casting call for kids for a production called The Lord's House. It's going to be a public event. It's May 24th, 5th, and 6th from 5 to 8 p.m. So if you have anybody that might be interested, let's go ahead with that. as Peter had pointed out, there's information over here on the table about renting the facility. And for residents, the association can be using it. We can schedule events here. We plan on scheduling events here. But, so please, let us know what you would like to have in the way of activities and how we might put things together. We've talked about cooking classes, we've talked about art classes for all age groups and that kind of thing. So we're trying to get it so that we bring in a wide spectrum of people. So, and I have one more thing, not to do with the Delaware Center. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Savannah African Art Museum. Well, this Saturday, between 2 and 5, they are having a program entitled African Rhythms to American Treasures, celebrating the African roots in jazz. And for any long-term Savannah residents, you know who Teddy Adams is. Better yet, you know who Huxley Scott is. And both of them will be performing at this event. So it's at the corner of 37th and Abercorn, and please, let's come out and support this contributing asset to our community.
It's a Saturday at 2 to 5.
2 to 5, yeah. There will be a food truck there and non-alcoholic beverages.
All right, thank you. And